You're watching DelmarvaLife, and allow me to introduce you to Sally. Sally is 3 years old. She's got a big smile. She is loving her life. Here's why. She had a great day at daycare. Okay, she got to be the line leader. She got to have her favorite snack. But here's the real reason that Sally feels so good. That's because she is safe in the car, and Sally wants the kids in your life to be safe in the car too. And that is why Sally and her pals from the Delaware Office of Highway Safety are here today to teach us more about a new law going into effect in Delaware next year. I'm here with Aubrey Klick. Okay, the best last name for what you do, Aubrey.
Thank you, I agree.
Yeah, Aubrey is a fitting station coordinator. So, and you were kind of part of the team that wrote this new law. So first of all, can you tell us what this new law is?
Absolutely, of course. So the new law states that children must remain rear-facing up until age 2 and 30 pounds. Then they must remain in a harnessed car seat up until age 4 and 40 pounds, whether it be rear-facing or forward-facing. And then they must remain in their booster seat until they reach the height or weight maximum listed by their booster seat manufacturer.
So this goes into effect next June.
June 30th of 2024.
Okay, and tell us kind of what it changes from the law that's currently in place.
Yeah, so this is a big change from the current law. The current law just states that a child must use a child restraint up until age 8 or 65 pounds, and that they must use it in the way that the car seat manufacturer intended. So it was very vague.
Yeah, and you also changed something to do with the penalty, right?
Absolutely. So we now have that the first offense is just a referral to our car seat fitting stations. It's not about penalizing people. It's not about collecting fine money. We truly just want to keep kids safer on the roadways, and this is how we're going to take part in doing that.
And so at the fitting stations, kind of, what do you guys do there?
Yeah, so at our fitting stations, we offer one-on-one appointments with parents and caregivers, and also, appointments are always free. That's the best part. Woo! Who doesn't love free stuff, right?
Yeah. Sally loves it.
Exactly. So they can come on in. We make sure that their car seats are appropriately installed into the vehicle. And then we also make sure that the children are harnessed into the vehicle as well. It's our job as adults to make sure that children are riding safe in the car. So we just want to make sure that the caregivers feel empowered to keep their kids safe in the vehicle. And you just leave more knowledgeable and feeling really good about how your kids are riding in the car.
Absolutely, because it can be pretty confusing, right?
Oh, it's incredibly confusing, right? Car seat manuals are super long. As far as I know, we're the only ones that enjoy reading them. So yeah, and then the ages and stages are confusing. You know, if you're not sure when it's time to move on to that next stage, that's also something that we can help with.
Right, that makes sense. So let's say folks, you know, they learn about this new law going into effect, of course, in Delaware. Should they start now? Practicing and changing things now, changing the way they sit and all that kind of thing?
Absolutely. It doesn't hurt to start early. If anything, you're still going to be meeting and actually far exceeding the current law that's here. So why not get a head start?
I love it. Cool. And so obviously, here's the thing about car seats. There are all kinds of different ones, different sizes, different brands. I'm sure that can be confusing for folks too.
Absolutely. There's about 1 million options, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed with the different types of car seats. So through the different ages and stages, there are going to be different types of restraints that you're able to use for your child. We can help you get through that as well. But there are some things that kind of stay the same depending upon what mode you're in, and that's how your child should be harnessed or buckled into that seat.
Awesome. And I'm excited about that because we're going to learn about that right now.
Yes.
All right, now Sally and I are going to hang out with Nita Smith, who is also a fitting station coordinator.
Correct.
And you're going to show us kind of the harness situation here.
Absolutely, because just like my coworker Aubrey pointed out, there's some things that never change with car seats, and that's harnessing. So depending on whether they're forward or rear facing, that will dictate on how they're harnessed in their seat. So for Sally here, we talked about how she's 3 years old. She's still rear facing. That's above the law, but that's okay because she meets those guidelines for this particular car seat, that she can still do that. Rear facing is safest for as long as possible. So for Sally, you'll note that her harness is coming from at or just below her shoulders.
Okay.
That's really important. Her chest clip is right at her armpit level. And there's actually even a little pictogram on the chest clip that shows you where it should be to help you remember. And we know that she's tightly harnessed in because we can do what's called a pinch test. So if I go to pinch this webbing, my fingers slide right off. I'm not able to pinch it together. against itself. So I know that she's snugly installed. And then the next thing is her legs. She's sitting crisscross applesauce like so many children do all day long, and she's comfortable like that because her joints are still growing and forming, and so she'll make herself comfortable. She may put her feet up on the back of the seat. That's totally fine. So we're not overly concerned with how she positions her legs. We're more concerned that she's rear facing, because then this car seat can do its job and absorb any crash forces that may incur in a crash.
That makes sense. Now with the harness, here's my question: is Sally's 3 years old? She's a kid. Can she maneuver it at all or change it? And you know what I mean?
Not really. I mean, some kids will learn how to unbuckle. At some point, you can say, Sally, you have to remain buckled in while the car is moving, because that's safe, and that's going to keep everybody in the vehicle safe. And so a lot of kids will be receptive to that. Sorry. This chest clip, it's really a pre-crash positioner. It keeps this harnesses on her shoulders. So that's kind of what its job is. So if it does slide down a little bit, we can always just readjust it.
Perfect. Obviously, there's a lot of questions. People have a lot of questions about this. There's all different kinds of car seats. What's the best way for folks to get in touch with you guys?
Visit our website. Your questions about that law, it's going to be on our website, as well as our 3 fitting station coordinators for each county. Our contact numbers are on there. We're only by appointment, so you can't just stop by our office because, hey, we're out here doing interviews with you, so nobody's at work. So visit our website, and then you can reach out to us by phone that way.
Perfect. And we'll have all of that information on our website, DelmarvaLife.com. Nita, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sally, thank you. You were so patient today. So kind, so happy. All right, and Sally wants to say Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.